Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're going to dig into something really fascinating, how our thoughts, and maybe more specifically the words we choose, can really shape our experience. We're talking mindfulness, confidence, and abundance.
Exactly. And our main source today is a blog post called The Empowered Self. Explore mindfulness, confidence, and abundance through writing by Netta Vibes.
Right.
And what's great about it, I think, is how it takes these big ideas, mindfulness, abundance, and grounds them in something really practical. The
Ah,
intentional use of language, writing things down, using affirmations.
yeah.
So for you, if you're someone looking to really grasp things quickly and deeply, this is, well, it's a direct route into how you can actively influence your inner world.
Absolutely. And the post itself, it lays out 50 affirmations. They're grouped by intention: mindfulness, empowerment, well-being, abundance, creative space, and intention itself.
Mm.
And what jumped out at me immediately was this concept that when we consciously choose our words, we're doing more than just like saying nice things. We're actually cultivating a specific kind of energetic state. That's the idea.
That's the core concept, yeah. Raising your energetic frequency through language.
So our mission today is to unpack that, pull out some actionable insights, maybe find some surprising links between, language and just growing as a person.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's dive in. First up, mindfulness.
Right, mindfulness. So this first group of affirmations, they're really focused on bringing your awareness right here to the present moment. The goal is to help you anchor yourself, find some inner calm, amidst all the mental chatter.
Yeah, the constant noise.
Right.
And the examples in the post are really concrete,
Mm.
like I'm grounded in the present moment.
Simple but powerful.
So simple.
Mm.
But when you actually say it and feel it, it's quite centering. Or my breath is a source of peace and power.
Yeah.
It just reminds you that this thing we do constantly breathing, it can be a real anchor,
It's always available.
always. And then there's, I observe my thoughts with compassion, not judgment. That's a big one for me. I think many of us could use that.
Definitely. And what's fascinating, I think, is how these affirmations connect directly to like the core principles of mindfulness practice. Focusing on the present, that's a classic technique to reduce anxiety, right?
Yeah.
Because anxiety often lives in the past or the future.
Ruminating or worrying.
Exactly. And seeing your breath as a tool for peace. That's basic breath work used everywhere. And the non-judgmental observation, that's about creating that little bit of space, isn't it, between you and your thoughts?
Yeah, so you're not swept away.
Right, you just witness them. And that really builds self-awareness, helps you feel less, overwhelmed by it all.
It feels like retraining that inner voice. Okay, so from that internal focus, let's shift to building ourselves up. The next category, empowerment,
Yes, empowerment. This is all about nurturing that inner strength, that belief in yourself.
building agency.
Precisely. The affirmations here are designed to help you challenge self-doubt, foster that feeling that you can do things. Think about, I am capable, resilient, and growing. It's such a strong statement of
And
your
just set
potential.
over so much ground.
It does. Or, my voice is powerful and needed. That one can be really important if you sometimes struggle to speak up.
Oh, absolutely.
And then there's one I really like. I am the author of my story.
Ah, yes. That one really hits home, doesn't it?
It does.
It's such a powerful reminder that we're not just reacting. We have a role in shaping things.
You have agency.
Exactly. So how do statements like these actually work? How do they build that belief?
Well, if you think about our brains, affirmations can act as a kind of repeated self-suggestion, like cognitive reprogramming almost. When you consistently state these positive beliefs, you start to actively challenge the old, maybe negative thought
Like
patterns.
wearing a new groove in the record.
Exactly like that. It's like learning any new skill through repetition. You're training your mind to adopt a more empowering narrative about yourself. And over time, that contributes to a stronger sense of self-efficacy.
Mhm.
That belief you can handle things, succeed in situations.
Right.
There's another one, every challenge is an opportunity to grow. That reframes difficulties, doesn't it?
Totally. It shifts it from I'm stuck to what can I learn?
Precisely. It's
Oh.
about perspective.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Shifting the narrative. Let's move to something vital then. Well-being. This section, as I read it, is about nurturing ourselves
Yeah.
holistically, the whole picture.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
The well-being affirmations really emphasize looking after your entire self, body, mind, emotions, the whole package. Take, for instance, I nourish my body, mind, and soul with love. It's
Yeah.
just a beautiful reminder that self-care isn't only, eating vegetables or exercising.
Right, it's deeper. Emotional nourishment, too.
Yes. And another really important one, I think, is my well-being is a priority, not a luxury.
Oof. Yeah, so many of us put ourselves last.
We do. It challenges that tendency directly. And then there's the very calming, peace flows through every cell of my body.
Just hearing you say that feels calming.
Yeah.
So how does this kind of positive self-talk actually connect to physical and mental health?
Yeah.
It's more than just feeling good for a second, right?
Yeah, it seems to be. This gets into that really interesting mind-body connection. Now, obviously, affirmations aren't a replacement for doctors or therapy, let's be clear.
Of course.
But research does suggest our thoughts and beliefs can influence our stress response.
Mhm.
And stress impacts, well, pretty much everything: immune system, digestion, sleep.
Right, the downstream effects.
Exactly. So when you consistently affirm your well-being, you might be more likely to actually do things that support it. Maybe make healthier choices, prioritize rest, manage stress better. It influences behavior.
Oh, okay.
There's one affirmation, I choose thoughts that support healing, that really highlights the proactive role our mind can play. It's about fostering an internal environment geared towards vitality.
Creating the right conditions inside. Okay, I'm feeling calmer already. Let's move into abundance. Now, it struck me this isn't just about money, is it? It feels broader, like a general sense of fullness, joy.
You've nailed it. That's exactly right. The abundance affirmations aim to cultivate a mindset of prosperity across the board: relationships, opportunities, joy, creativity, and finances. Sure. Consider, abundance flows to me with ease and grace. That directly counters that common belief that everything good has to be a hard struggle.
Yeah, that Protestant work ethic thing can be deeply ingrained.
It can. Or gratitude expands the abundance in my life.
Yeah,
This highlights that powerful link between appreciating what you have and attracting more good things.
the gratitude loop.
Exactly. And then the really expensive one: I live in a mindset of limitless possibilities.
That feels like the core shift, doesn't it? Especially when it's easy to feel like resources or time or opportunities are scarce. How do these affirmations help make that jump from scarcity to limitless possibilities?
Well, psychologically, it's quite interesting. When you consistently focus on abundance, you actually start to notice things differently. You become more tuned to spotting opportunities you might have just filtered out before. It's like you're adjusting your mental radar.
Changing the frequency you're tuned into.
Something like that, yeah. The affirmation, I am a magnet for opportunities and joy, kind of captures that perceptual shift. And also, the gratitude piece. Gratitude expands the abundance. We know gratitude practice is linked to increased happiness and well-being, and when you feel better, you often attract better experiences. It creates this positive upward spiral.
It really does all seem interconnected. Okay, last category. Creative space and intention. This feels like where we take all that inner work, the mindfulness, the empowerment, the abundance mindset, and channel it into action, into expression.
Precisely. These affirmations are here to support both your creative side and your ability to act purposefully. Like, I give myself permission to create freely. Think how often we hold back creatively because we're scared of judgment or it not being perfect.
All the time. The inner critic is loud.
So loud. This affirmation is like handing yourself a permission slip. Then there's, I set intentions that align with my purpose. That brings direction, meaning...
clear on the why.
Exactly. And the
Got it.
one that kind of ties it all together: every word and action I choose is intentional.
Wow. Okay, that feels like the ultimate integration, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Being mindful of our language and living consciously, moving beyond just thinking nice thoughts to actively choosing words and actions with purpose. So what's the connection between that kind of intentionality and actually making things happen, bringing goals into reality?
Well, think about basic goal setting. Intention is step one, right?
Yeah.
By clearly setting intentions aligned with your purpose, like the affirmation says, you're giving your subconscious a clear target. And that can subtly influence your choices, your actions, guiding you towards that goal.
Like programming the GPS.
Sort of, yeah. And affirmations like, I am a vessel for creativity and innovation, encourage an open mindset, welcoming new ideas, making you maybe more likely to take those creative leaps. Right? Less fear.
Less fear. And by consciously choosing words and actions, as in every word and action is intentional, you create more alignment. Alignment between your inner values and what you actually do. And that coherence, that integrity, significantly boosts your chances of achieving what you set out to do.
Okay, let's try and pull this together.
Hmm.
What are the key takeaways here for you listening right now from this deep dive into Netta Vibes' post and these affirmations?
I think the main thing really is that being deliberate about the language we use through Affirmations, mindful writing, even just our internal self-talk, it's much more than just wishful thinking. It's actually a practical, powerful tool, a way to foster genuine empowerment, get clearer on things, and really boost your overall well-being.
Yeah.
And as the blog post points out, these affirmations can be a direct line to tapping into your own inner wisdom, cultivating a more positive, more empowered view of yourself. And for those of you listening who really value actionable insights, well, this is about as actionable as it gets. You can literally start incorporating some of these affirmations into your day right now. It doesn't have to be complicated.
Not at all.
And the post makes a lovely point that as this kind of reflective practice deepens through mindfulness, then naturally things like inspiration, personal power, emotional well-being, they just expand.
And what's so great is how accessible it is. You don't need special equipment. You don't need hours of training. It's really about consciously choosing words that resonate with where you want to go, what you want to cultivate, and making that a regular part of your inner world.
So here's a final thought to leave you with, something to maybe mull over. Consider what might happen if you consistently, intentionally used even just one or two affirmations like these each day. How could that subtly, maybe even significantly, reshape that internal conversation you have with yourself? And how might that in turn reshape your experience of the world? What new possibilities could unfold as you become more aware, more attuned to the real power held within your own words?